history of the Washington Cascade Mountains. About as perfect a place as you could wish for. The trails wind through forests and meadows, past lakes and up to peaks that offer magnificent views. A backcountry that for generations could only be experienced by hikers and horseback riders can now be savored and enjoyed by another family of outdoor explorers, trail bike riders. You know, people have these funny ideas about motorcycle riders. Who they are, what they do. Some of it's even true. So we're going to introduce you to some and let you see for yourself what they're like. Meet Joe Morrison, heading home at 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, ready to take off with his family for a weekend of exploring by trail bike. We're going to follow them up those mountain trails, all the way up to the 7,000-foot Clone Peak, and we'll look in on some experts play riding the fantastic sand dunes of eastern Washington. Hi, I'm Jim Brolin, and we're going to show you what off-road motorcycle riding is all about, who does it, and why. Joe Morrison's been exploring these trails ever since his dad arrived.
The first thing is to be here, of course. And then, when you know what you're doing, there's the challenge. How good am I? How good can I get? Whether I can make that rocky stretch up ahead. And then, there's the scenery. Just look around you.
You thought they were all racers.
We're all different. Different people, different jobs, everything. About the only thing that's the same is that we all enjoy off-road riding.
We get a chance to see all kinds of things we'd never see.
Some of us race, enduros and all, but up here, we fish and ride.
Okay, so it's nature's beauties, and it's the challenges. But how many challenges are there? Places like this provided in the States so that experts can ride to the limits of their ability with little danger to the environment. And then too, for expert riders, the challenges are a lot different than they are for Joe and his family, who get most of their fun from just the outdoors itself. Grandpa's been riding for some years. Joe's son David and wife Mary are somewhat beginners. They still find these trails quite a challenge, so there's a real feeling of excitement and anticipation building in both of them as they prepare their bikes and look forward to their first day's ride. Like any adventure in the backcountry, trail bike riding presents its own challenges, its own share of the unknown.
May I see your ORV Smith, please?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, looks good, looks good. I'd like to check your spark arrestor.
If we're going to follow these guys out and show you what a good time you can have on a motorcycle, I better get my helmet and get after them. single-track trails in the state of Washington, stretching all the way from sea level to over 7,000 feet. And many of them are open to hikers and horseback riders and trail bike riders alike, who sometimes have to learn to share this natural recreational facility. Volunteer efforts are alive and well in Washington.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Great. Listen, passed some horses a while back, and, gee, we better cut this one down or they might have some trouble, too.
After the snows of winter, it's not unusual to see a trail bike rider like this one, complete with chainsaw, clearing away fallen trees to make the trails accessible to all.
We'll never reach the lake if we keep stopping every place.
Hold your horses. The fish aren't going anywhere.
Well, neither are we.
You can do so much more on a bike. You can have fun riding 30, 40, maybe 50 miles a day and still have plenty of time to stop and enjoy the countryside. After a 35-mile ride, our family finds the perfect spot to camp.
There's your lake, David.
Dad, how's this?
Now that's what I call a good ride. If you help Grandpa with his pack, will you?
Careful.
You can take it over there and get that load.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm on vacation.
Are they by the stump there?
Yeah, over there, son.
Okay, sure.
Hurry up now. We got to catch dinner.
All right. You staying here, too?
It looks like we're all staying here tonight.
Great.
It's a long way to another campground, and it's getting late.
I wasn't planning on staying here.
No, you're going to have to stay here. You can't go on at this hour.
Oh, hello.
Hi, folks. Did you care for some water? We got plenty.
I've got my own. I guess I have to stay here.
Nobody's stopping you.
You sure you don't want some of the fish? It's really good.
No, thanks.
Hey, look, we're not that bad.
Who says?
I says. And what are you got against us anyway?
Noise. You frighten all the animals.
Well, yeah, we got a noise problem, but we're working on it. Matter of fact, there's a educational process going on right now with our own people about it. Most trail bikes are quieter than your average lawnmower, and foot traffic is just as tough on the critters as bikes are. They made a study about that.
Is that true?
If my grandpa said it, you know it's true.
Well, what about the environmental damage? You can't deny that.
Well, there's lots of that in California, I'm told. Probably because they pioneered the sport there. Caught them by surprise, maybe. But, see, land managers in this state early on accepted the opportunities and the challenges to offer people recreational activities and still preserve the environment.
You know, we help keep these trails up.
We spent half a day clearing the trails up here.
You do that for yourselves.
Not some of it.
You know, these trails you're hiking on are kept up by our money.
I beg your pardon?
Well, these trails cost a lot. And that's all paid for by our motorcycle registrations and rebates on gas taxes.
I didn't know that. Is that why we saw those cement block and log reinforcements buried on those turns up around the bend?
You'll see those lots of places. They're put there to control the natural erosion. And erosion from foot and bike traffic.
You can't say you don't waste gasoline.
We use a small portion of the gasoline used for recreation. And if we weren't here, we'd be driving somewhere else for vacation. Or flying, which uses much more gas.
You know, our motorcycle group's active in these areas, keeping up on what's what. I bet you didn't know that in Italy, they passed a law to ban all Sunday driving as unessential to save gas.
Wait a minute. The government can't tell you what's essential driving and what isn't.
Well, they tried it in Italy.
Yeah, what happened?
Electric consumption at home went up 16%, which was worse than the driving.
Well, so much for the government straightening things out.
It takes people talking to people to make this old world work right.
Hi. Y'all got a little extra room? Sure. Great. Come on in. Thank you.
David, your girlfriend, the one that was on the horse.
We saw the branches you cut.
It wasn't so much.
I thought it was super.
Want some coffee cake?
Thanks.
Darling, did I ever tell you about the time that I was out camping and this giant rattlesnake crawled inside my sleeping bag?
Oh, Dad.
Hey, an elk walked right on top of this guy I know one night.
I saw a rattler climb straight up the side of a cabin one night.
Chased by an elk, no doubt.
Hi. Yeah, you ready to take on the high country?
I don't know, Dad.
What? Why not?
I don't know if I can do it.
You can ride as well as any of them. I mean it, David. It's not the riding that's the problem.
What do you mean?
Well, riding is a lot like life. Yeah. It's all in the attitude. If you let it scare you, it'll run you, just like life. Or these old mountains. See, if you take charge of it, you can have all three eaten right out of your hand.
You think I can do all that, Dad?
Yep. It's called having courage, Dave. Courage to try something new. Not to let a thing lick you before you give it your fair share.
Wow, isn't that incredible?
Great. You do this often?
As often as I can.
Well, I suppose you enjoy it. I mean, that it's enjoyable.
You'd be surprised.
Huh. Well, it's not very dignified.
Ma'am, I've never been dignified in my life. And I'm not about to start now. You know, you ought to let your hair down once in a while. It'd do you a world of good.
You know, you look like those racers I've seen in the Kingdom. Is all that really appropriate up here, Joe?
It's all for protection. Don't you carry the 10 essential items for hikers with you for emergencies?
Yeah.
Well, there's our margin of safety.
Huh. I guess I never looked at it that way before. Have a nice day.
Hey, you too. Take care.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Let's get this show on the road.
All right, you betcha.
Oh yeah, one word of caution. Don't try riding your motorcycle in forward while your head's in reverse. Well, we got a minute. Let's see what our experts are doing. Sand dunes and desert in the state of Washington? Yes, sir, there's a little of everything in Washington. And when the winds blow tomorrow, you'll never know their bikes were here. Meanwhile, back on those beautiful Cascade mountain trails, Joe, Mary, David, and Grandpa are all well into the second day of their ride. They've almost made it to the base of Clone Peak, riding up through high meadows, crossing streams that now roar away far below narrow wooden bridges, heading as high as they can go.
Well, that's strange. You figure you'd head up a tree or for some cover.
He's probably a she, Pops. Probably has young nearby.
We better walk our bikes so we don't spook her.
Nothing to it. It's Mom. All right, Mom, your turn. Let's go. Mom Knievel's down again. Come on, Mom. Here we go. Okay, you ready?
Come on.
Let's go down slow, babe. We'll just walk this the rest of the way. Is our life insurance still active? All right. Give us a little hand here. You almost made it. It wasn't that hard, but then it wasn't that easy, was it, huh? Grandpa's neck.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no! Oh, gee! Come on, Dad. You can do it. Come on.
If I can't get my leg over.
Straighten it up. There's the old pro. All right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Dad! Beautiful! Get away from you! Could you do that again? Could you do that again? Oh, boy.
They had some excitement back there, but these are ambitious people.
Nice. Very nice. I want to give this hill a try. But I don't think you can make it, though, babe. I think maybe you better stay here.
Well, no. I've got everything so far. I'm not gonna quit now. I'm going.
Right then, have at it.
And try it, she did.
Just give this a try, lady. Boy, she picked a tough trail.
take that trail to the left and meet him up there. And I'll ride that way with you if you want.
No, I can handle it.
I know you can. I just wasn't sure you knew it.
I think you're getting better than your dad. Well, thanks a lot.
Grandpa!
All right, you old salt. Let's show them who taught who around here. Come on. Come on, a little traction. Come on. Who said that you're getting old?
Not us.
Oh, what are you, buddy? You see that hot dog you're doing down there? Woo! Oh, you're wonderful.
How about the view? Look at this. Now, this is why I come up here.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is really worth the effort.
Wish your mother to be here.
Well, I've shown you some of this land of Washington, the beauty and the challenges that it offers, the clean air, crisp mornings, the Technicolor sunsets. Whether you're a trail bike rider, hiker, or horseback rider, you'll never find better trails. I'm Jim Brolin. Come see for yourself.